Are you tired of feeling like your own worst enemy? Do you often wonder why you keep getting in your own way, preventing yourself from reaching the life you desire? Brianna Wiest's The Mountain Is You is a profound exploration of self-sabotage and how to transform it into self-mastery. This book is more than just a guide. It's a mirror that reflects the deep-seated reasons behind your inner conflicts and provides actionable strategies to turn those challenges into your greatest strengths. If you're ready to face your inner mountains, conquer them, and finally become the best version of yourself, then get ready to delve into a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Your biggest breakthrough is just on the other side of your deepest fears. Are you interested in reading the full book? See the link in the description down below. Introduction. The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest is a book about transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. It's about understanding the ways in which we undermine ourselves, consciously or unconsciously, and learning how to overcome these behaviors to create the life we truly desire. The metaphor of the mountain represents the challenges, fears, and obstacles that we face within ourselves, and the book guides us through the process of climbing that mountain to reach our full potential. At its core, this book is about empowerment. It's about realizing that the biggest barriers in our lives are often self-imposed, and that we have the power to dismantle those barriers. It's about understanding the roots of self-sabotage, acknowledging our pain, and using it as a catalyst for growth and transformation. In this script, we will explore the key themes, insights, and strategies from The Mountain Is You that can help you navigate your inner landscape and turn your challenges into triumphs. Chapter 1: Understanding Self-Sabotage. Brianna Wiest begins the book by exploring the concept of self-sabotage. She explains that self-sabotage is not just a random behavior, it's a coping mechanism that we develop to protect ourselves from perceived threats or discomfort. It's the result of deep-seated fears, unresolved trauma, and limiting beliefs that have taken root in our subconscious minds. Self-sabotage can manifest in many ways: procrastination, self-doubt, fear of success, perfectionism, or even self-destructive habits like addiction or unhealthy relationships. While these behaviors may seem counterproductive, they often serve a purpose in our lives by keeping us within our comfort zones and preventing us from facing the unknown. Wiest emphasizes that the first step to overcoming self-sabotage is to recognize it for what it is, a defense mechanism that is no longer serving us. By understanding the underlying reasons for our self-sabotaging behavior, we can begin to dismantle it and replace it with healthier, more constructive habits. One of the key takeaways from this chapter is the idea that self-sabotage is often a form of self-protection. It's our way of avoiding pain, rejection, or failure. However, by staying in our comfort zones, we also prevent ourselves from growing and reaching our full potential. Wiest encourages readers to confront their fears and take responsibility for their lives, even if it means facing discomfort or uncertainty. Chapter 2: The Root Causes of Self-Sabotage. In this chapter, Brianna Wiest delves deeper into the root causes of self-sabotage. She explains that self-sabotage is often driven by unresolved trauma, limiting beliefs, and unmet needs. These are the psychological wounds that we carry with us, often without even realizing it, and they shape our behavior in profound ways. Unresolved trauma. Trauma, whether big or small, leaves an imprint on our psyche. It creates emotional wounds that, if left unhealed, can lead to self-sabotaging behaviors. For example, if someone experienced rejection or abandonment in the past, they may develop a fear of intimacy or success, leading them to push away opportunities or relationships that could bring them happiness. Limiting beliefs. These are the beliefs that we hold about ourselves and the world that limit our potential. They are often formed in childhood or through negative experiences and can include thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve success," or "the world is a dangerous place." These beliefs create a mental framework that dictates our actions and decisions, often leading to self-sabotage. Unmet needs. We all have basic emotional needs, such as the need for love, acceptance, and security. When these needs are not met, either in childhood or adulthood, we may develop unhealthy coping mechanisms to compensate. For example, Someone who feels unworthy of love may engage in self-sabotaging behaviors like staying in toxic relationships or avoiding intimacy altogether. Wiest emphasizes the importance of identifying and addressing these root causes in order to break free from the cycle of self-sabotage. She encourages readers to explore their past experiences, beliefs, and unmet needs with compassion and curiosity rather than judgment. By doing so, we can begin to heal our psychological wounds and create a new narrative for our lives, one that is not defined by fear or limitation, but by possibility and growth. Chapter 3. The Power of Emotional Intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a key theme in The Mountain Is You, and Wiest argues that developing emotional intelligence is essential for overcoming self-sabotage. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. It involves being aware of our emotional triggers, understanding the messages that our emotions are sending us, and responding to those emotions in a healthy and constructive way. Wiest explains that many of us struggle with emotional intelligence because we have been conditioned to suppress or ignore our emotions. We may have been taught that emotions are a sign of weakness, or that certain emotions, like anger or sadness, are unacceptable. As a result, we may repress our emotions or numb ourselves with distractions, rather than confronting and processing our feelings. However, suppressing our emotions only leads to more self-sabotage. Unprocessed emotions become trapped in our bodies and minds, creating tension, anxiety, and stress. They also drive us to engage in self-destructive behaviors as a way to cope with the discomfort that we are unwilling to face. The solution, according to Wiest, is to develop emotional intelligence by learning to listen to our emotions and respond to them with compassion and understanding. This means allowing ourselves to feel our emotions fully, without judgment, and exploring the underlying causes of those emotions. It also means developing healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with difficult emotions, such as mindfulness, journaling, or talking to a trusted friend or therapist. By developing emotional intelligence, we can begin to break free from the cycle of self-sabotage and create a more balanced and fulfilling life. We can learn to respond to our emotions in a way that supports our growth and well-being, rather than undermining it. Chapter 4. Overcoming Resistance. Resistance is a natural part of the process of growth and change, and Wiest dedicates a chapter to understanding and overcoming resistance. Resistance is the force that pushes back against our efforts to change, grow, or achieve our goals. It's the voice in our heads that tells us we can't do it, that it's too hard, or that we should just give up. Wiest explains that resistance is often rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. It's our mind's way of trying to keep us safe by preventing us from taking risks or stepping out of our comfort zones. However, if we want to overcome self-sabotage and create the life we desire, we must learn to recognize and overcome resistance. One of the strategies that Wiest suggests for overcoming resistance is to break down our goals into smaller, more manageable steps. When we set big, ambitious goals, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the enormity of the task. This overwhelm triggers resistance, leading us to procrastinate or give up altogether. By breaking our goals down into smaller steps, we can reduce the feeling of overwhelm and make it easier to take action. Another strategy is to cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. It's the opposite of a fixed mindset, which is the belief that our abilities are fixed and unchangeable. When we have a growth mindset, we are more likely to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and see failure as an opportunity for learning and growth. Wiest also emphasizes the importance of self-compassion in overcoming resistance. Resistance often comes with a harsh inner critic that tells us we're not good enough or that we'll never succeed. By practicing self-compassion, we can silence that inner critic and replace it with a more supportive and encouraging inner voice. This means being kind to ourselves when we make mistakes, acknowledging our efforts, and celebrating our progress, no matter how small. Chapter 5. Building Resilience. Resilience is another key theme in The Mountain Is You. Wiest argues that resilience is essential for overcoming self-sabotage and achieving our goals. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going even when things get tough, and to stay focused on our goals despite setbacks and challenges. Wiest explains that resilience is not something we are born with. It's something we can develop through practice and effort. One of the ways we can build resilience is by developing a strong sense of purpose. When we have a clear sense of purpose, we are more likely to stay motivated and focused, even when things get difficult. Our purpose gives us a reason to keep going, even when we face obstacles or setbacks. Another way to build resilience is by cultivating a positive mindset. A positive mindset is not about ignoring or denying the challenges we face. It's about focusing on the opportunities and possibilities that lie within those challenges. It's about seeing setbacks as temporary and solvable, rather than as permanent and insurmountable. By cultivating a positive mindset, we can stay optimistic and hopeful, even in the face of adversity. Wiest also emphasizes the importance of self-care in building resilience. Self-care is not just about pampering ourselves. It's about taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. This means getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, exercising regularly, and taking time to relax and recharge. It also means setting boundaries, saying no when necessary, and protecting our time and energy. Finally, Wiest encourages readers to develop a support system of friends, family, or mentors who can provide encouragement, guidance, and support when needed. Resilience is not about going it alone. It's about knowing when to ask for help and being willing to lean on others when necessary. Chapter 6. Transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. The ultimate goal of The Mountain Is You is to transform self-sabotage into self-mastery. Wiest argues that self-mastery is not about achieving perfection or controlling every aspect of our lives. It's about developing the awareness, discipline, and resilience to overcome our self-sabotaging behaviors and create the life we desire. One of the key strategies for achieving self-mastery is to develop a strong sense of self-awareness. This means being honest with ourselves about our strengths, weaknesses, and patterns of behavior. It means recognizing the ways in which we sabotage ourselves and understanding the underlying reasons for those behaviors. By developing self-awareness, we can begin to make conscious choices that support our growth and well-being. Another strategy for achieving self-mastery is to develop self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to stay focused and committed to our goals, even when it's difficult or uncomfortable. It's about making choices that align with our values and priorities, rather than giving in to short-term impulses or distractions. Wiest emphasizes that self-discipline is not about being rigid or harsh with ourselves. It's about being consistent and intentional in our actions. Wiest also encourages readers to embrace change and uncertainty as opportunities for growth. She explains that self-mastery is not about avoiding change or staying within our comfort zones. It's about being willing to take risks, face challenges, and learn from our experiences. By embracing change and uncertainty, we can develop the resilience and flexibility needed to navigate life's ups and downs. Finally, Wiest emphasizes the importance of gratitude in achieving self-mastery. Gratitude is the practice of focusing on the positive aspects of our lives and appreciating what we have, rather than dwelling on what we lack. By cultivating gratitude, we can shift our focus from scarcity to abundance, from fear to love, and from self-sabotage to self-mastery. Chapter 7. The Journey of Self-Discovery. As The Mountain Is You draws to a close, Wiest reflects on the journey of self-discovery that we must undertake in order to overcome self-sabotage and achieve self-mastery. She acknowledges that this journey is not easy. It requires courage, perseverance, and a willingness to confront our fears and limitations. But she also emphasizes that the journey is worth it, because it leads to greater self-awareness, fulfillment, and empowerment. Wiest encourages readers to see the journey of self-discovery as a lifelong process rather than a destination. She explains that self-mastery is not something we achieve once and for all. It's something we must continuously work towards as we grow and evolve over time. She also emphasizes that the journey is not linear. It's filled with ups and downs, twists and turns, and moments of doubt and uncertainty. However, Wiest also reminds readers that they are not alone on this journey. She encourages them to seek out mentors, coaches, or therapists who can provide guidance and support along the way. She also emphasizes the importance of community and connection, and encourages readers to build a support system of like-minded individuals who share their values and goals. Ultimately, Wiest argues that the journey of self-discovery is about becoming the best version of ourselves, not for the sake of perfection, but for the sake of living a life that is true to who we are. It's about embracing our strengths and weaknesses, our light and shadow, and using our unique gifts and talents to make a positive impact in the world. Final summary. The Mountain is You, by Brianna Wiest, is a powerful and transformative guide to overcoming self-sabotage and achieving self-mastery. Through her exploration of the root causes of self-sabotage, the importance of emotional intelligence, and the strategies for building resilience and self-discipline, Wiest provides readers with the tools and insights they need to create the life they desire. At its core, the book is about empowerment. It's about recognizing that the biggest obstacles in our lives are often self-imposed, and that we have the power to overcome them. It's about understanding the ways in which we sabotage ourselves and learning how to transform those behaviors into habits that support our growth and well-being. Wiest emphasizes that the journey of self-discovery is not easy, but it's worth it. It requires courage, perseverance, and a willingness to confront our fears and limitations. But it also leads to greater self-awareness, fulfillment, and empowerment. Ultimately, The Mountain is You is a call to action for anyone who is ready to stop standing in their own way and start living the life they were meant to live. It's a reminder that we all have the capacity to overcome our inner mountains, and that the journey to self-mastery is one of the most rewarding and transformative experiences we can undertake. Whether you're struggling with self-sabotage, seeking to build resilience, or simply looking to live a more fulfilling life, this book offers the wisdom, guidance, and inspiration you need to make it happen.